side, Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Tyrese Maxey.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Tyler Hero. Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Robinson, and it's Wynn in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre out there with Yabusele. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at shooting guard. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Now, here's Oubre after Tyler Hero's miss. Oubre kicks to Maxey. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Hero. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got the opening basket of the game for Philadelphia. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Edwards has checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Terry Rozier's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Outside, Hero. Here's Adebayo. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you love the energy that Bam is bringing here, just all over the glass.
Pass to Grimes. Back to Maxey.
Okay.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Incredible, the lift off the floor, the creativity in the air. Highlight real effort there by Maxey.
Hero passes to Ware. Adebayo with the ball. The kick out to Rozier. And the 3 off target.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Good job by the lefty to get in there and corral that rebound using his wingspan.
Outside, Hero. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Maxey with it. It'll count. What a shot! Amazing!
Good count.
Unreal.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Here's Rozier. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Berry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle, accountability, and will consistently be about their culture.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Jaime Jaquez. Wiggins is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the small forward position. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Here's Bona, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Inside, Philadelphia moving the ball around. Rozier against Butler. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. And Philadelphia making a change here. Council's checked in. Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. Davion Mitchell comes in for Wiggins. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here's Walker. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Rozier. 15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. The tray buries it from three-point range. 5 seconds left to play in the first half. Fires from way outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 2. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity, and we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Both, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Back. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Taking a look here at Miami, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins, and now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And a look back now at the first half, as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
Some of the loudest fans in this league. It's like having a sixth man on the floor. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Miami trailing. They've got Drummond. Kelly Oubre out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Now here's Wiggins. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. And he bangs it home with one hand.
I don't see much of that, but the vertical from Grimes on display.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
The 76ers leading by 4.
I like when Grimes looks to score because it makes the defense overcommit like that at times.
The 76ers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And the first one drops.
And you can see how much Quentin Grimes relies on that speed and skill he has. He's trying to stay ahead of you and find some room to score.
That one is no good. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big Man, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Wiggins with the bounce pass. Hero kicks to Adebayo. It's Wiggins at the top of the key. Heat moving the ball around. And stolen by Drummond. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes. And he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Wiggins finds Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. And they get it. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Adebayo.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Maxey looking it over. Here's Grimes. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. 76ers ahead. They're up by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
All right, fans, here comes that
fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. On the floor for Miami. Robinson is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Robinson. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. It's good. Heroes got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Miami.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Oubre outside. Pass to Grimes. Drummond a screen. 5 to shoot. Releases. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Maxey, no good.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Hero passes to Wiggins. again to Bray. It's Drummond with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Pass to Hero. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And they double up Maxey. Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here are the Heat now. Here in the fourth quarter. The defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
This is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Maxey. Got it.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
All right, fans, it's halftime. Get ready to dance like everyone. Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Now, here is Robinson. Started close. Has to Ware. Back to Hero. Maxey grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there.
Ware.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Heat ball.
So Philadelphia wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So